Hello, friends. Welcome back to the channel. We have another amazing person. Oh my God, he smiled for the camera. Are you seeing that? You must be special. Welcome back. My name is Stacey Piro, and welcome to my channel. I know I'm silly. Okay, so today I'm going to actually be doing an interaction with my audience if I get some people coming online. So if you're going to come online, you're going to have to introduce yourself. So I'm going to put in the comment here. Please say your name and where you are from. There we go. Okay. Friends, I want to interact with my audience today because I called this one, Where's My Tribe? And the reason why I want to call this one, Where's My Tribe, is because it's so funny. It's crazy because YouTube has this thing to where you get so many subscribers, and sometimes you don't know who is actually subscribing. And today I found out that there are two people individually that are watching my videos, and they are only watching to basically to critique it, and instead of being here to support the channel, they are actually coming in to critique the channel. So and they have that right. They do have that right. And the only thing with that is that they're not going to find there's no hope in that, because all that's going to do is going to create anger in them, and if it does, I don't know what to tell you. But friends, I want to know who my tribe is. I want to know my tribe, meaning the people that are actually seeing these videos that can relate to me, that can relate to, they're tired of the rules. They're tired of, and I'm not talking about rules in a way of, go 90 miles an hour and you're supposed to be going 50. I'm not talking about breaking. The Bible talks about how as Christians we are to obey the laws here in this world. So yeah, I'm for that. I'm definitely for that. But what I am saying is that what I'm talking about is more towards the Ten Commandments and what it does to the people, what it creates. And we're not talking enough of what the Ten Commandments was for, the purpose of bringing in the law. And it was to show man his sin, And me and my sister actually were talking about it today, and we're talking about how, bringing in the law was to let people know that there was nothing good in their flesh. And can I just point that out real quick? Because some people may not understand that when I say that. So I'm going to bring up a Bible verse. Hold on, friends. There. Now, when I say flesh, okay, here it goes. It's Romans chapter 7, verse 18. Okay. Remember, I really don't want to give you a lot of hell. I don't want to give you opinion. I want to give you scripture behind what I'm saying. Okay. Now, when you talk about the flesh, Okay? It's talking about your will, your emotions, but also it also is involved your own self-effort. Okay? Romans 7:18, it says, "For I know that nothing good dwells in me, that is, in my flesh." Okay? I'm going to tap that in real quick. It says, "For I know that in me, that is, in my flesh, dwelleth no good thing. For to will is present with me, but how to perform that which is good, I find not." Okay? The Amplified, it says, "For I know that nothing good lives in me, that is, in my flesh, my human nature, my worldliness, my sinful capacity. For the willingness to do good is present in me, but the doing of good is not." That's very big, friends. It's very big because we think that automatically, because we are Christians, that we ought to have we ought to it should come naturally to us to not be angry, not be jealous, not be selfish. That's a big one too. Selfish. Oh, I've heard numerous of pastors say you shouldn't feel selfish. Come on, friends. There are times where you do feel selfish. Okay. Um, like if you want to know how selfish you are, have a child. You'll automatically know how selfish you are. But what I'm saying, friends, is that we want to correct our flesh so much when we can't. This is Paul who wrote three-fourths of the gospel, the New Testament, and he's literally saying there's no good in my flesh. In other words, your flesh is your mind, your emotions, your will, and he's saying there's no good in there. What is he saying? Why is he saying that? Because it automatically puts him in a place of, I need a savior. Okay. So he's literally saying that, like, what I want to do, I cannot do. Okay. When I had an individual say to me, um, the struggle is real. I want to stop, but I find myself that it's hard. The struggle's real. And that person was talking about lust, that they wanted to stay away from having, you know, having relations with a certain person, and they couldn't because they found themselves that it was a struggle for them to stay abstinence. And we're having this conversation, and I'm like, see, that's what I'm talking about right there. The person wants a way out. I said this in my other video, and I put real Christians are not looking for a way to sin. When I'm talking about this message of grace, okay, people are going to think, oh, you're automatically giving people the ability to sin because you're just telling them that they can do whatever they want and God will forgive them. My friends, again, you're misunderstanding what I'm saying. And if you're misunderstanding me, I guess maybe that's kind of a good thing too, because if Paul was misunderstood so many times, he was preaching so much on the abundance of grace that people misunderstood him. So, but like I said, on my board it says people, which are Christians, they're not looking for a way to sin, but they're looking for a way out of sin. This individual that was dealing with lust wanted a way out to sin. Okay? They wanted a way out to sin, but they found themselves that they couldn't. They couldn't. As much as they wanted to, they couldn't. And I had to let them know, well, I completely understand. I I I know exactly what that is. I know what that feels like. And I want you to know that right now the Father is loving you and accepting you because you are a child of God. Okay? You are a child of God. If you ask Jesus into your heart, then you are his child. And because of that, Because of that struggle, that weakness, you have the ability for the Father to show you his power. That was the verse yesterday. What was the day before? I forget. But it was where, I think it was Second Corinthians, where I talked about how we want to, where he said, my grace is sufficient in your weaknesses. And that was a weakness for this brother. It was a weakness for him. And it was a real struggle. And he wanted to get out of it because he knew the harm that it was doing, but he couldn't. He couldn't, as much as he tried. And if he would have gone to any person, any religious person, they would have been like, no, Christians shouldn't be doing that. Christians shouldn't even be struggling with that. You should have, you need to be reading such and such, blah, 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 blah. And you probably need to be praying and asking God to forgive you and every time. Friends, okay, first of all, that religious person is so dumb because we're already forgiven. Okay. I don't care who the hell you are. You're dumb. You're dumb if you are telling people that they need to go ask God to forgive them. Dumb. Okay, just dumb. Played out simple, dumb. Dumb, 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 dumb. Okay, second of all, why are we making a person feel guilty about a real struggle that they're going through when Jesus became our guilt offering? So you're dumb on the second account. Okay? When Jesus became our guilt offering, he became guilty so you could become innocent. You are innocent if you're dealing with a real struggle, my friends, a real struggle, whether it's you get angry very easily, whether you are experiencing selfishness, whether you are experiencing jealousy, whether you are experiencing violence, whether you are experiencing lashing out on people, on the road because you have, anger issues on the road, it doesn't matter whether it's a struggle. If this is a real life struggle, the first and foremost thing that you need to do is the fact of, one, if it is a problem, first acknowledge it. There can be no real healing if you don't admit that you have a problem. Okay. So the first thing, when I started to deal with rejection, when I started to deal with that, I realized that, yeah, there's a problem here. Like, I noticed that I got violent with my husband, and very vicious, and but it was stemming from something. It was literally stemming from something. So I've had to come to the terms, there is a problem. But so that was the first step. The second step was to receive the Father's forgiveness in it. Instead of telling myself, okay, I got to get this out. It's hurting my family. It's hurting, the man that I love. It's hurting my, it's hurting me. Instead of doing that, my Father showed me a different way. And that way was to receive his forgiveness for what had been taken, what had been done. So I did. And then I started to apologize. I started to apologize later on down the road because I started seeing the effects of what it did to my husband. And I started to ask him numerous times, my son will even vouch for me, that I cried and cried to ask him to forgive me. And it seems like it wasn't good enough. And I couldn't, basically, I just couldn't, control it because there were so many things bombarding me at the same time that it was almost like a volcano just erupting because I was being accused so many times of all of my faults. And there were triggers. There were triggers for me. So I understand the people that are dealing with the anger, people, and we label it. We automatically label the whole thing of, oh, you got an anger problem. You got an anger issues. You have this or that. Man, that would tick me off, because why do you got to label it? Why the hell do you have to label it? Why can't you say, hey man, you're just dealing with anger? But you know what, my friend, the good news is this. You have a Father who absolutely loves you right now. He doesn't see you anything different than a person who is not struggling with anger. He doesn't see you any anything different than a person who's struggling with pornography or with lust or jealousy. It's all the same. The Father doesn't see you anything different. And that's such a hard pill to swallow. Such a hard pill to swallow because of the fact that we automatically have put so many laws in our head of a Christian should look like this. They should not be experiencing these things. And if you've been a Christian for a long time, how dare you be experiencing these things? We put shame on one another because we're experiencing these things that we haven't, they're ruling over us instead of us ruling over them. We put shame on the believer, and it just keeps us stuck. And that's why, my friends, I've been learning to put myself out there and put my own story out there to let them know you're okay. You're okay. I'm giving you the same amount of grace that my Father has given to me. And that grace is that you're forgiven. You're forgiven. It is useless, a waste of time to make yourself feel guilty, even if it's someone close to you that you admire. The Bible says, and Paul says, who can bring a charge against God's elect? Not even, he's saying it to himself, not even I. I don't even bring a charge against God's elect. This is Paul, friends. This is Paul. They're accusing him, and he's saying, I can't even bring a charge against myself. I can't even condemn myself. Because the Father strictly told Peter, if you read your Bible, he's strictly told Peter, what I have cleansed, don't you dare call unclean. Friends, for you to feel guilty about your actions, your beliefs, what you were doing, you are literally telling yourself that you are unclean. Do you hear what I'm saying? You are literally telling yourself that you're unclean. And you are not unclean, child of God. You're not unclean. I don't care if you are experiencing anger right now. Does not the Bible say, come as you are? Does he not say that? Does he not say that? Friends, if you are tuning in, I see about 2 people that just came in. If you are tuning in, please put your name and where you're from. I would love to interact with you. So yeah, welcome to the channel. And but yeah, like I said, friends, it's not something to where it's the Father is making you feel bad because you're experiencing this. Like what I'm going through, it is really hard. Really, really hard. Hey, it's my girl Sabrina. Hi, Sabrina. You're awesome. You're awesome. So it's really hard to actually be experiencing love to a person, to a girl very specifically, when you see that she's taking away from when she's taking away the moments with someone's father. And it makes me angry. Like, how in the world am I supposed to be like, oh, I'm just gonna pray for her? Hell no, I'm not gonna pray for her. Let's just be real. I'm angry as hell. I am angry as hell that my children are having to be without their best friend because some girl is being a leech, and she has nothing better to do than to come against a vision that my Father gave me. But and man, there's so much, friends. I'm telling you, there is no way possible that I can be okay with it. And I've had to come to the terms of, you know what, if people judge me for saying, oh, you shouldn't be doing this, you shouldn't be having, talking about this. You know what? I'm so glad that my Father has a different opinion than you. And I'm so glad that I am growing more and more into, I don't care what you think of me. I really don't, because at the end of the day, I stand before my Father, not you. Not you, critic. Okay? Not you. I stand before my Father. And I'm so sorry to tell you that, but he very much approves me. Very much. He very much approves me. This person, just to get back at me and my family, my two boys, decided to put on Facebook something that she knew very well, that I was going to see. And when I found it out, oh my gosh, I'm telling you, it got me so riled up. I was like, I hope that my tires are flat right now because I'm going to raise hell. Hell, because now you are messing with my boys, my family. How dare you say that those boys were your boys? You have no right. I'm the one who had them. I have the stretch marks to prove it. So how dare you? I'm talking about anger rising up. And everything in me wanted to get even with her. But I realized also that she wasn't worth it. She was not worth it. Absolutely not. I ain't gonna get my hands dirty with that mess. Absolutely not. Okay? So what did I do? I said, Father, take care of her for me. Take care of her for me. Because I'm not gonna get my hands dirty. She ain't worth it. She's not worth it. And you're the one who's going to show my husband that he belongs in this ministry because I'm tired of trying to show him. I love him to pieces. And the way that I'm going to fight for him is by resting that my Father's going to bring him back home. And he's going to expose a lot of truth. A lot of truth is going to come out because the truth always comes out, my friends. It always does. It really does. It always comes out. And so to tell me that feeling angry, that I should not be feeling angry towards that person, I'm sorry, but when you're put into a situation like that, the shit gets real and you will experience anger. But the way out is not to feel guilty. It's like the Father saying, who is telling you not to feel? I never told you not to feel. I told you to be my daughter. You have the right. You're not a robot. You are a human. And I've given you emotions for a reason. Okay? Now, you have the right to be angry. You have the right to be angry, friends. Okay? You have that right. And it's almost like it has this weird kind of effect because every time that I see myself angry for that girl, oh my gosh, I literally start telling Father, Father, I'm so glad you're my best friend. You are my best friend. And you know why you're my best friend, Father? Because I can be real with you. I don't have to be fake with you. I don't have to be like, to come to you in a way of like, oh God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that I did that. I'm so sorry that I did this, that I'm feeling bad about experiencing this. No, I can come cursing and swearing to the Father like, I'm so mad that I can't do anything to change anyone's mind here. I can't go beat the living daylights out of her. I can't. And believe me, friends, I'm straight up Mexican. Okay? Believe me. I'm not even joking. I'm not out. I'm trying to be nice right now in what I'm saying. But I'm so glad I don't have to hide with my Father and I can express myself. He's not saying doing this. Experiencing anger. No, not good. Jealousy. Yeah, that's definitely not good, daughter. Yeah, this. No, that's still not good. Wow. Oh man, you shouldn't be experiencing that. He's not taking notes. on you. You know what he's doing? I love you so much. I don't see you the way you see yourself. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what he's doing, friends. That's what he's doing. Okay. The reference that I want to give to you on that one is Colossians chapter 1, verse 22. Let's go ahead and go there. Okay. Let's go ahead and go there. Let's go ahead and go there. Okay. It says, Colossians 1:22, 1:22. I'm going. Okay, here it goes. All right. I'll go with 21. And although you were formerly alienated and hostile in mind, engaged in evil deeds, yet he has now reconciled you. He has reconciled you in his fleshly body through death in order to present you before him holy. And by the way, holy means set apart. Doesn't mean holy in behavior, friends. Holy meaning set apart. You are now special. You are beautiful to him. Okay? And blameless and beyond reproach. Means no one. You are without any kind of condemnation. You are completely blameless in his sight. Too bad. You can't get out of that. You can't get out of it. I was talking to my son today, and I told him, I said, son, what you're experiencing is normal, because he's experiencing anger, a lot of anger towards this girl, a lot of anger. He does not like her because he knows what she is doing to our family. He knows what she is doing to his best friend. And he and my youngest, they are not okay with it. So every time that I'm with my son, I automatically let them know it is okay what you are feeling. You have the right to express yourself to me. And I'm not going to take your voice away. You have the right to be angry. Because my father has given me the right. And I'm sorry if that hurts your little religious ears. I really don't care. Get off my channel if you're going to be religious. Go ahead. Just get off. Just unsubscribe. I don't care. I really don't care. Hasta la vista, baby. Okay? So, with that said, if you are experiencing anger right now, jealousy, selfishness, everything that the religious people have told you not to experience, I'm going to tell you something different. It is okay. You have the right to have that. And the reason why you have the right is because you are his daughter. You are not a robot. You are taking away your humanity if you start to think that it's not good to be experiencing that. Okay? But don't think, my friends, it's almost like I said, it has like a reversal way. The minute that you start to receive his forgiveness in feeling that anger, in feeling that jealousy, in feeling that lust, in feeling that hatred that I'm feeling right now, it's almost like it has this way of like, God, I feel so loved. Man, I feel so loved. Man, Father, I really do love you, because God, the stuff that's going through my head towards that girl. Man, you start seeing you're ugly. You start seeing like, whoo, don't get in my head, girl. You don't want to see what I'm doing in my head towards you. You don't want to see it. Don't want to see it. Okay? Thank God my father put all of my sins on Jesus, because I'd be the first one going straight to hell. I'm telling you, I'd be the first one. Okay? Because my thoughts are not good towards this girl when she's missing with the people that I love. Now it's personal. Okay? So friends, I've noticed that me and my son have gotten so close because I'm giving him his voice. I'm not taking away I don't tell him it's this way or the highway. I want to let him know, express yourself, son. Tell me what you're feeling. Tell me what's going on. You have the right to talk to me in any in a way of tell me your heart. Talk to me. And when he does, I just listen. And instead of saying, oh, you shouldn't be experiencing that, Christians shouldn't be experiencing that, no, I let him know. I want you to know right now that the Father doesn't see you anything different than a person who is not experiencing that. And then guess what happens to my son? Now he has the ability to feel safe around me and talk to me. He feels safe. And that is what the Father wants. He wants to build an atmosphere with you, to feel safe around him, to be you. No wonder he says, come to me, come to my throne of grace boldly. Like, you don't got to put your head down. You don't got to be like, I'm so sorry because I'm experiencing all this anger. No, you can look up face to face with your Father and say, Dad, this is what I got. I'm feeling all of this. You sure? You sure you want to bless me? And he's absolutely ecstatic about it because, like I said, it's about what Jesus did. It's not about what you're doing. He's judging you off of what Jesus did. And damn, you look good in him. Jesus is the new you. You are the new. Why do you think we're called Christians? Christ-like. And the reason why, friends, we're not Christ-like in behavior. We're Christ-like because we are in him. Our behavior is never going to be 100% like Christ. If we could be like Christ in behavior-wise, he would never have come. Never have come. Never had come. That's why, friends, we're Christians because we are loved. The Bible says, as he is, so are we in this world. As he is. What is he? He is seated, the Son of God. We are children of God. He is seated right by the hand of the Father, right by his throne. That's where we are seated. Okay? So every time that you say, Father, you say, Daddy, however you want to address him. You want to call him bro? Call him bro. All right? Be real with yourself. He can take it. All right? He's not that kind of father who's going to be like, you better watch it. You better address me as your highness. Come on, man. Let's get real. The minute that you say, Father, Daddy, bro, he says, yes, son. Yes, daughter. Automatic ears are awakened to your call. You're struggling with something. Father, I'm struggling with something. Father, I'm experiencing a lot of jealousy right now, and I can't control it. I'm experiencing a lot of selfishness. They tell me I have selfishness. Okay, I'm dealing with it. Yeah, I do. I'm experiencing it right now. But I receive your love right now and your forgiveness for even having that. And you be surprised of how much your life gets transformed. No wonder he told the woman who was baptizing his, oh, that's cool. I didn't know you could do that. That's cool. I don't know what just happened, but I just got a bunch of thumbs up. That's cool. I didn't know that. Well, in the Bible, it talks about the woman who was, she was a prostitute. She had a problem. Okay. She was a prostitute and people were like, oh, and she's coming to bathe your feet with her hair. And Jesus had to rebuke them. Instead of rebuking her for doing that and messing up his dinner or his lunch, he rebuked them. He rebuked them. Those are stinking religious people. And he told them, he said, when I came in, you didn't wash my feet. You didn't dry my feet with your, you didn't dry my feet. He goes, but here she is doing all that when I never even asked her. And that's what his famous words were. Those who love me much have been forgiven much. Do you hear what I'm saying? The more that you receive his forgiveness in what you are experiencing, the more you love God. Now we're teaching it to where it's like, you should love God, you should love God, you should love God. Okay, friends, come on. Yes, I understand what you're saying, but you got to remember what Jesus, let's take it back to what Jesus said. Jesus said, those who love me much have been forgiven much. In other words, the more you know and understand how much you're forgiven, it naturally comes, you love him much. And that's why, my friends, my love for the Father is nowhere near, not even close to how much he loves me. He came to save me when I was at my worst, my most stinkiest. He didn't come for no clean sinner. He came for a dirty sinner. And we all think, oh man, okay, the minute I got saved, I gotta start serving. I gotta start, praising and worshiping. And oh my God, friends, we make it so religious that no wonder our youth are like, oh God, I don't want to be a Christian. Like, you guys are weird. I went to one church and they were, oh man, I looked at them and I'm thinking, I'm like, God, if you guys look funny, like, why are you doing all that? Like, it'd be different if you're doing that in your bedroom and no one's looking. But when you're doing that to make a show, to make yourself like holier than thou attitude, it's like, who are you trying to impress? It bothered me. I'm telling you, I want my expressions on my face real quick. So if I get frustrated, I start like, like my best friend, she'll tell me, she's like, you're kind of showing your facial expressions. I can't hide it. I can't help it. I can't hide it. My son, Dason, he's the exact same way. He will wear his expressions on his face. He can't hide it. And I had the face of, you guys are dumb. I'm sorry, but you are. That's just dumb. Why are you doing all that? Like, my father's not deaf. Why are you screaming? Why are you speaking in tongues so high? Do you not know that tongues is to edify you? Why are you speaking so high? He ain't deaf. Like, don't get me started. Anyways, my point is, friends, is that you have the ability to be you. But you also have the ability to receive his love and his forgiveness in it and let his love transform you. Stop trying to change you. Stop trying to clean yourself up before you get into the bath. No one does that. No one does that. Here, let me scrub my body. Scrub my hair. Okay. All right, I'm ready for my bath now. Who the hell does that? No, get your dirty butt in that tub and take the dirt off. Let the water cleanse you, right? Right? Okay. My friends are probably laughing at me. It's okay. They know my personality. But what I'm saying, friends, is that you let the Father's love and acceptance clean you up. Stop trying to clean yourself up. Everybody knows if you try, you're going to fail. It's going to last a little bit. And when you fail, you're going to start to feel guilty. And the cycle continues. You're trying to get off the roller coaster, not stay on it. And every time that you feel guilty, you're putting yourself back into that roller coaster. You're going to go another round. That's okay. Father will go another round with you until you see that what he has called clean, don't call yourself unclean. Okay? I heard one pastor, one time I went to go pick up my son at a youth group. Oh man, this irked me so bad. I was very tempted to go into that room. I'm like, pastor, shepherd of this church, let's have a talk. You and I, let's talk. Yeah, because I'm going to correct that real quick with you. Because that irked me so bad. Because I heard it when I was a child. But he started saying to the children, if you're spending a lot of time on TV, you need to sacrifice it for Jesus. You don't need to be watching so much Jesus. You don't need to be watching so much TV, and you need to be spending more time in the Word. Yeah, Pastor, that sounds good. I get that. Yeah, now you just made it a law. And because you just made it a law, they're going to try to do it. Those youth are going to try to do it now. And guess what? What's going to happen when they don't? They decide, I don't want to read my Bible today. I want to watch my favorite show. Guess how it's going to make them feel when they break that cycle? Guilty. Guilty. And then they're going to start feeling bad about themselves because they're going to think that their father is angry at them. Yeah. No. The proper way to address something like that is to address the father's love and acceptance, even if they're spending too much time on the TV. Let them feel safe in your presence, and you'd be surprised what kind of children come out. How the children want to spend time with you because they feel so safe. Let them know, hey, I love you. How about we do something? You and me. They want to feel wanted. They want to feel accepted. Instead of bringing in the word don't. Man. And if you are a parent that uses the word don't, I totally understand you. I have grace for you too. Because I'm not perfect, my friend. Just because I'm giving this instruction doesn't mean that I have it like all together all the time. No, I find myself saying don't to my son, Dason, and to Braden. And then I kind of catch myself. I'm like, oh my God. And I just forgive myself. I forgive myself right there and there. I'm like, Stacey, I forgive you for doing what you told people not to do. I just forgive myself. And then I go on. I try not to carry the guilt with me because I know guilt, what it does. Guilt will actually make you feel so bad that you feel like you can't talk to the Father anymore. And no, friends, you can talk to the Father anytime. And the reason why is because in His sight, you are clean. You are blameless before Him. And He already knew that anger was already in you. But by you holding back, by you saying, no, I'm not experiencing anger. No, I'm fine. I'm fine. And all the while you're cursing that person out. Like He already knew that you're already cursing them out. Just come out with it. Like I said, denial, when you're in denial of something, there is no healing in it. The Father cannot heal that part of you because you're only allowing Him to go so far. The denial keeps your healing away. But the minute that you said, I have a problem here, but I'm going to receive your grace in it, then the Father, His grace can change it. Not you change it. The Father's grace can change it. The Bible says where sin increases, grace superabounds. Okay? It's like a tidal wave of His grace. The more that I'm experiencing anger, because, friends, this is real. I'm so serious when I'm telling you that I am experiencing some stuff with this girl. And knowing I can't do anything about it, you better believe that my relationship with the Father is growing because I have a lot of stuff that I'm talking to Him about. And I know that He's the only one who could fight for me. He's the only one who can fight for this channel. Because I'm even getting threats about this channel. They told me today, heard it today. I'm going to come out and I'm going to talk to everybody and tell them what you did and this and that. And I'm like, you know what? If that's going to take your anger away, go ahead. But I guarantee you it's not. It's not going to take your pain away. It's just going to make you more angry. But if you feel the need to do that, then I'm going to have to trust the Father that my real tribe, the people that know my heart, that know my message, are going to stick with me. And that's all I have to say about that. I feel like Forrest Gump. That's all I got to say about that. So, friends, I'm just tired. I'm not going to be bullied. Absolutely not. Not going to be bullied. If they shut the channel down, well, one, I'll just make a new one. And two, then it was never mine to begin with. You know, I totally believe my Father is giving me a platform, and which is my YouTube channel, which I absolutely love. I love being able to express myself and not have to worry that somebody on the other side, that somebody's actually right by me, like, oh, you said that. No, I don't see your reactions, and I don't see your reactions. So, yeah, where is my tribe? Where are my people? Where are the people that actually are experiencing this? They have a real struggle, and they feel stuck. The good news, my friends, is that the way out is not by guilt. The way out is receiving the abundance of grace, his forgiveness and his love towards you, and his acceptance for you. And that love will transform you. Okay. Friends, thank you again for joining me. You are amazing. Tomorrow is day 26, and I'm even thinking about going another round. I don't know. I think I'm starting to get used to doing this every single day. I really think, when the heat is up, I'll make another video. When I'm going through so much, I'm going to make another video because I can. Because I can. That's all I got to say about that too. Okay, friends, till the next time, if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. And if you like this, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and to all of my critics. What can I say? You're, yeah. I don't know what to say about you. I just kind of feel sorry for you. Get off my channel. See you tomorrow, friends. Bye.